Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha if you are new here, and today's video is going to be on memory. So actually it's going to be on a couple of topics, but I wanted to cover the subject of memory. Memory is important and it is part of our function and how we survive. So the purpose of memory is to learn and make better steps in our life, or learn for continuing something that is benefiting us. So the purpose of memory is not to harm us, but it's to keep us safe and to survive. So the famous sentence forgiving, or quote, forgiving and forgetting, is actually not really possible. So the purpose of memory, especially when it comes to someone that has harmed us, or we have done something to harm ourselves, is to not proceed to do it again, or to pick up that pattern of maybe that person or that particular situation and then not do it again. So forgiving and forgetting is really not biologically correct. Now, forgiveness is of course more about yourself, but true forgiveness is thinking about a person or a situation and not feeling an intense emotion or pain that comes with it. So you might feel a sense of, I wish that didn't happen, but you're not going to be as affected by it, and you're not going to ruminate over it. So a common rule that I have seen, and what I've seen in myself and other people, is if there is pain associated to a situation and not really more of a growth mindset, that means that there is still lack of forgiveness. Now, I think that it is like society really pushes forgiveness because it makes you feel like a better person or more in a space of goodness. And I think that a lot of people are feel pushed to forgive because they feel like they're a bad person if they don't. And this doesn't include other people. This also includes yourself. And a lot of people walk around not forgiving themselves. And I think this is really important in terms of guilt. So I cover a lot of topics such as guilt and shame in my videos, but people that carry around like a lot of negativity, or they're very pessimistic, or they view life as a challenge more than like kind of a mixture of good and bad, really carry around a lot of unforgiveness within themselves. So if you would like to learn how to forgive yourself and really embrace feeling a sense of inner peace and self-acceptance, is that I would like you to view the person that has harmed you, which is you or yourself. And for this example, I'm going to use if you're a person that struggles with forgiving themselves. And I want you to view them in this situation, in this dynamic, in this point in time. So a rule of thumb that I have is that no one ever harms someone else intentionally. It's usually to cope with pain, it's usually to feel better, or it's usually to have what I like to call force empathy, right? So if a person isn't feeling that people can connect with them or feel their pain, they will actually put forth pain onto other people so that they can have this like dynamic to where they really want other people to feel how they feel. So it's like a forced sense of connection, but it's obviously maladaptive. So I want you to put yourself in front of yourself, and I want you to look at all of this dynamic that is happening within a person, that what's going on in your life, right? And I want you to look into this person's eyes, and I want you to look into your own eyes, and I want you to see and feel into that individual's pain and into that individual's attempt to self-soothe. And I want you to really tell you or yourself or this person that you forgive yourself and that you are sorry that you were in such pain at this time, that you have done harm to yourself. And I want you to look at the circumstances that led up to that point, to why you or this other person contributing to the harm on yourself or other people. And I want you to tell this person that you understand why you did this, and you understand that you will make better attempts as to how to self-soothe, and that you were using what you only knew at the time to learn how to cope with your pain, and understand that this person doesn't have to carry this anymore, and that you forgive them. And you can do this as many times as you need to, but the purpose of this is to kind of integrate and have a self-acceptance for yourself and an inner peace for yourself. And this will really help with the negativity and a sense of resentment. So you can use this exercise to for yourself if you're a person that carries around a lot of guilt or lack of self-forgiveness, or you can use this for a person that has harmed you. And this is done to for an attempt to kind of do it in intervals. It's not something that's going to happen right away, but you can do this as many times as you need to at least feel a little bit better or a little bit more sense of ease. So it's very helpful if you're a person that kind of ruminates or struggles with circling thoughts or like intrusive thoughts. These are usually signs of lack of self-forgiveness or a sense of fear. So memory and intrusive thoughts obviously are connected, but intrusive thoughts only happen or are really upsetting when there are things that you would never do in your life. So if you notice, your brain never gives you things that are really, when it comes to like impulsive or intrusive thoughts, they never give you something that you're really like not afraid about. So the purpose of this is that the reason why this happens is because you put so much emphasis on something that you would never morally do, and there's such a power to it that your brain knows that there's a resistance there. So it will bring up the same thought or feeling if it feels like there needs to be more acceptance, or there needs to be more forgiveness within yourself. So things like ignoring it or acknowledging it sometimes help, but it's very helpful to let the thoughts come and go. So I like to create, when it comes to a memory or an intrusive thought, I like to create a space that is warm and loving for this thought to just pass through, right? And this is just if I ever find myself really stressed, or if I tend to like ruminate on things and I have like a lot of anxiety or like friction in my life, I usually get a lot of intrusive thoughts, and it's usually a sign that I need to rest or that there's really big resistance. So I take these thoughts as a sign of, okay, I'd never do this. So, and this is really, really common in a lot of people, especially if you're a person that is just very high strung or they have a hard time letting things go. So self-compassion, letting these thoughts be in a space that is loving and warm, and just letting them pass through and not putting a lot of emotional emphasis on it. And of course, self-compassion and self-forgiveness is a really helpful tool when it comes to self-acceptance and just having that inner peace, because I think we all need a little bit more of inner peace in our life. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And of course, I'll be leaving my links to my articles and paintings and such in the description box below. And I am offering sessions for next month, so I will leave a little clip after this video, but I hope it's helpful. I help people give tools to help them self-regulate after a time of turmoil or tribulation. I work with a lot of people with all kinds of things, like changing your mindsets, habits, more compassion and self-love. So I hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for being here. I would like to offer you a variety of content that I have, and I've been working on this content for a few years now. I do have individual sessions that I offer on Zoom, and a portion of sessions go to a human in need. Also, I have a variety of articles, and I have a Spotify as well. For each and every person that has subscribed to my channel, thank you so much, and I really look forward to connecting with you.